Hello and welcome to our webinar. We are the Region 3 Assistive Technology Community of Practice, and today we are sharing assistive technology tips and tricks from the Charting the Seas conference from this year. You'll see on your screen here we have a link to our Northland AT Pinterest site, and we will be using this to show you all of our resources today. There are also links here to our Assistive Technology Lending Library, as well as our YouTube playlist. And below are the pins that we are going to be sharing today. So my name is Krista Sievertson, and I am the Autism Spectrum Disorders Teacher on Special Assignment for the Duluth Edison Charter Schools. And the pins that I'm going to be showing you today start off with Universal Core Language. So on our AT Pinterest board, I'm going to navigate to the communication board and click here on the printable Universal Core Vocabulary boards. This pin will take you to a website that shares tons of information that is free, downloadable, printable about Universal Core communication systems. These are communication systems developed for individuals with cognitive impairments and communication difficulties, and there's a variety of different tools available. If you're not sure what would be the best fit for you, there's a Universal Core Selection tool you can use here that walks you through several questions that helps narrow down which tools would be best for your student. In addition to the printable books and visuals, there are also these 3D symbols, which are also linked in our Pinterest board under our low vision category. But these are 3D printer files that are available to you, and if you have a 3D printer, to create the Universal Core Language symbols for individuals with a vision impairment that includes Braille and very specific symbol shapes. These are all free. It's a really great resource. So back to our Pinterest board. Next, we're going to go down to the Recreation and Leisure board. These pins are also available under the websites for teachers. But I went to a session on using video games in the classroom, and if you've been in a classroom lately, you've probably heard of Pokemon. And this website just links to a whole bunch of different resources for using Pokemon Go in the classroom. Pokemon Go is a version of Pokemon that is played on a device that uses the world around you and then uses augmented reality to place little critters that you can catch, and makes kind of where you are in the world a game. And what you can do with that in the classroom is you can create English lessons, you can make fiction stories based on the adventures that they're going on, math lessons, you can use statistics, science lessons. There's videos showing you how to play if you've never played it before, design, art, music, geography. Lots of different options there. Another game that was highlighted was Minecraft, and Minecraft has an education edition. This is, you can sign up for a free one-year trial, otherwise the cost is $5 per user per year. And this has lots of different classroom resources. I'm going to show you the starter kit here. They have this really nicely set up for teachers who have never ever done this before, which can be kind of intimidating when you have students who are experts. But it helps you walk through getting it all set up, and then provides training videos for you to use, as well as sample lessons. So this has geometry, fractions, you can learn about deforestation, and different types of worlds that are available. So learning about the wind, a biome, the human eye. So there's lots of different possibilities for using Minecraft in the classroom. And that's it for my pins. Next up is Terry.
Hello, my name is Terry Ross, and I'm a certified occupational therapy assistant in the Duluth Public Schools and a Region 3 Assistive Technology team member who recently attended the Charting the Seas conference. And one of the tools that I pinned is the spinner. And if you know a teenager, you've probably heard of this or seen a spinner. They're very popular in middle schools right now with the students, not always the teachers, depending on how appropriate the students are using them. It's a nice option to try as a hand fidget. I have some students that on the autism spectrum that are trying them right now, and it just helps with some self-regulation, something to do with their hands, and they're available online or in stores locally. I've heard if you try to buy them locally, they're flying off the shelves pretty fast. So that is one of the pins. And the other one that I'm going to show you is under the area of seating and mobility. And it is flexible seating options for the classroom. And this is a nice chart of 10 different seating options. Some of the ones that I've recommended are the fidget bands attached to chair legs and the inflatable cushions, or I've also brought in like kitchen chair cushions, which aren't inflatable, just gives the chair a little bit more softness. And these different chair options allow students to stay seated longer and also can help with attending to the teacher or activity at hand. And coming up next is Janelle.
I'm Janelle, and I'm a DCD teacher in Nashua-Keewatin schools, and I'm going to show you a couple resources under websites for teachers. The first one is Chain of Cues, and this is a system of least prompts. It's a visual kind of strategy to follow in a classroom with students who have a paraprofessional working with them. The Chain of Cues fosters independence in utilizing assistive tech devices, including like OGCOM. It's even very helpful for students who are highly distractible. And it goes from a very minimal, like natural cueing to kind of that physical cueing, that final cue, like a tap on the elbow, maybe even like some hand-over-hand assistance. And there's a nice video that explains it. Some teachers were saying that they do a para-training with this at the beginning of the school year and then kind of revisit it about at the midway point and then towards the end. The second pin I'm going to share with you is also under websites for teachers. It's called mykidsbank.org, and it is a virtual online bank. The teacher serves as the banker and manages savings accounts for students, and students can log in and perform transactions similar to a real online bank. It would be great as a reward system for your classroom and also as teaching kind of those real-life math and transition skills. That's all you have to do is sign up. And next up we have Carolyn.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Rich, and I am the AT Specialist at Duluth Edison Charter Schools. I just wanted to share a few items that we have added to our library, our lending library. We have added the Amazon Echo, which is a voice-activated system. We have the Wemo Mini Smart Plug, which is to be used with the Amazon Echo. And we have the C Pen Reader, which can convert text on paper to speech. We have provided the links to request these and other items in our AT library.
Hi, I'm I'm Shannon Pruill. I'm the technology coordinator at the Northern Lights Special Ed Co-op, and I'm going to be showing you two pins that I picked up from Charting the Seas. So the first is Word Photo, and I have that under Written Expression toward the bottom here, Composition. So Word Photo is a $1.99 app for the iPad. And basically it's like a photo with words, Wordle. So you can see here to get some ideas of what you can do with it. Basically you have a picture, you probably already have a picture on your iPad, so you import that into the app. Then the next step is to create a word set associated with that photo. So maybe you have a student you're working with and you want them to describe 10 words that describe that photo. So you'd make a word set and then you hit done, and then the last is it shows you the picture with the words. So it's really neat. I downloaded this app myself and I had a couple photos on my iPad I used it with. So here's an example, a picture at the lake here off the dock. I put 10-12 words that I felt described the lake, and I can change the font and the size a little bit and how it looks. Here's another one I made with my kids at the beach. I just quickly put down 10 words and then it just automatically puts them in different spots. So that looks pretty cool, and I'm able to print those out and put them on the wall. So that is Word Photo. Again, that's a $1.99 app for your iPad. All right, the next one I want to show you is called TacType, and that is under Computer Access right here. So TacType is actually a keyboard overlay that goes with the on-screen keyboard on your iPad. And this link here will go to Amazon. It's $23 today on Amazon. And I'll bring up some pictures here so you can see a little better. So you can see it's very thin and it's sticky, and I put it right on my iPad screen. You can see there it's flipped up. They're very thin. And these little boxes here are clear, and it's got a tiny bit of a bubble, so when I push the letter there, it gives me a little bit of tactile feedback. It's just a little crinkle. It's just a little bit easier to keep my hands on the keyboard, the on-screen keyboard. And that is called TacType. So those are all those pins we showed you today are on our Northland AT Pinterest site. And right here is that address to get to that. Carolyn showed you a few items that we have now at the Region 3 AT Lending Library. Here we'll quickly look at that list. So here is the big list of items that are available through the Region 3, and you can note the different tabs on the bottom, and you can see what's available. You can also click on some of these links to see pictures of what a Super Talker is. That's all available there through the Northland AT. You can request items through this link. It's a Google form. So if you want anything from the AT Lending Library, you fill that out and Amy will work with you. And then lastly, we have an AT YouTube playlist, and Carolyn showed you the C-Pen, which is a new item. Greg Sumner, our OT, could not be with us today, so he did a short 2-minute video. You won't be able to hear it right now, but you can see that's on our YouTube playlist about the C-Pen reader and how to use that. So thanks for coming. Hope you picked up something today.